Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So I'm going to give everybody kind of a moment to get on and find us for our first craft along, our kind of first craft along. So I thought we would switch things up a little bit and give some different things a try. So hello, everybody. Okay, so we're going to see how this works. See how craft along goes. Maybe it's something create. What did I call it? Create along? I can't remember. But maybe it's something new that we try and do it once a month or do something on that. So I'm going to let everybody jump on and say hello and make sure everybody's there. And then, so grab your kits if you are creating along with us and purchased a kit. I know some of you are still waiting for your kits to ship because you had some other items on your same order that we were waiting for other items to come in. So we will get those. I know we're expecting some big shipments tomorrow. So hopefully everything will be in and we can get everything caught up and shipped out tomorrow. On those items. So if you don't have your kit yet, just kind of watch along, take some notes, and then remember you can always grab this on the replay and craft like that. So the idea behind this is a virtual vendor class that we did with Sizzix. So one of the Sizzix design team members designed this class, and I thought it was awesome. And I thought, ooh, I think this is something that we could do in an hour. So we could do it during one of our 2 o'clocks because December's kind of quiet. We still have new product rolling in, but not enough product to fill an entire hour. And I know you guys are enjoying our anniversary sale specials that we're doing daily this week. We will not have one today, obviously, because we're doing the class, but tune in tomorrow at 2 because we will have some more specials going on tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And then we're going to start a new thing that I'm calling cleaning out the vault. And when I mention vault, that is my craft room, the garage, the back room at the store. This is stuff that I have used in previous classes. Some of it's used lightly, some of it's new, some of it's stuff that I never finished the class kit, or I took a virtual or class on it and it just wasn't my cup of tea, so I didn't finish the project just because. So we're going to be cleaning the vault out. So you're going to start seeing things. We're going to have a section in the store. We're going to fill a bucket and it's going to be full of these items at amazing deals and prices. Some of it's been used once. Some of it's never been used. And you're going to be able to grab some great deals. So we're calling it cleaning out the vault. So stay tuned for those. Make sure to stop in the store and shop. We will not have those up on the website. It'll just be an in-store item on those. And yeah, so some of the items, I don't have space for everything. And some of the items are discontinued and no longer available. So I obviously can't use them in classes, and I obviously can't use them in my lives or demo them anymore because you guys will have FOMO and you want it and I can't get it anymore. So if it's items that I really can't demo anymore or show, and it's not my style, there's no point in me of holding on to it and filling my craft space with it. So stay tuned. We're going to have some amazing deals on those items. So let's get started. I think our numbers have stopped growing, so everybody's here. So here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this Santa frame. Now, I totally forgot the dies at the store for the frame, but we showed those yesterday in our live. It is a Sizzix die. I think it's by Pete, and it had 4 different dies in there, and that is what cut these red things in your kit. And this is the largest die in your kit. So this is the largest one. It's going to cut, we cut out 4 of these because this is going to be your edges. You could cut the shorter ones and then you would have a rectangle. So you can mix and match those dies together to create other ones. I don't know, I tried calling Ken before I started the live. I don't know if he's watching and moderating. So if there's a die or something you want, comment and we'll try to go back and watch the comments and get those items pulled for you. Or you can jump on the website. I know we do have one of this one left in stock. We had some of you guys on wait list. We got all those taken care of for you yesterday. So we're going to start with these. And you're going to look and see that there are score lines on here. There's a score line here and a score line there. So grab all 4 of these and we're basically going to score on the score line. Super easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm trying to find my bone folder. Ah, here's one. Because I want a nice crisp edge. So we're just going to fold all 4 corners on that. And I'm using a Teflon bone folder because they don't leave the streaks. I don't like it when I'm folding my cardstock and it leaves that weird streaky thing on it. The Teflon bone folders will not do that. We carry some awesome ones by Dress My Craft that has the palm one, the pencil bone folder. This particular one is from Tonic. But we do have this style from Dress My Craft too. And we like the Dress My Craft because she's very affordable. I think this Tonic one's like, on that. Got 3 slides. 3 slides of what? You mean your red? No, I went through and counted all the reds. Ugh. I could have swore I double counted, triple counted everything. Cindy, I will get you one more cutout in your next order. I will get you a piece. I could have swore I double, triple counted everything. Oh, they're stuck together. Okay, thank you, Jesus. I was like, oh. I started out, and it might be stuck together because what I did is I started out being lazy. Yes, lazy. And I was cutting 2 pieces of paper at the same time, which might be the problem I'm going to counter on this piece right here. I was cutting 2 at the same time through my switch machine, and the pressure or the layers was too much, and it was really tearing up my mats. So I went back to just cutting out 1 at a time, and they might have stuck together since I did 2 at a time. I try to be, yeah, okay. Glad you found it, Cindy. Perfect. I was like, if not, I can get one cut for you and get it in your next order, but I try to double, triple check everything. Okay, so once all those are folded, what we're going to do is I'm going to ink the edges of everything brown. I love Vintage Photo. I think it just kind of adds a little something, something to the edges. On this, the only thing you're going to see are these 2 edges and the curved part. So if you want to ink the whole thing, go for it. Because deep down in your heart, by golly, you know it's inked and it's there. But you're not going to see it. So all you have to really ink is those curved parts and those inner 2 folds. Inner 2 folds brown. I'm just using Vintage Photo. I'm using it in my Distress ink pad. If you have oxide, cool. Use that too. If you have a different shade of brown, cool. Use that too. Use whatever you got. There is no right or wrong to adding brown, in my opinion. Hi, Tanya. Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, so we're just inking all those brown. And my guy's making a mess because he's well loved. He is well loved. So this one is, like I said, frame die. It is from Sizzix. It's $49.99. And it will do, I think it's 10 different size frames. There are 4 different dies in the box. It will do square ones. It will do rectangle ones. I meant to bring mine home so I could show you guys. And, well, it's at the store on the shelf, because I wasn't 100% sure where I was going to be doing the class today. And since it is 50 degrees, actually 61 degrees out today, and then it's going to be cold all week, I'm taking the advantage of the nice weather to get our Christmas decorations put up at the house and to clean the garage out, because it is full of all those stuff that we had to clean out of our classroom area really quick so we could start doing classes and things again. And it just got thrown into my garage. Didn't even get sorted. So I am working on sorting it, pricing it, and cleaning the garage out so I can park in it before it starts that bad weather stuff. Okay, so everybody's got all 4 frames. Now the biggest difference in this, and I don't know that I have any of the square frames around where I see them, but the biggest difference in this is they are rounded. They are not squared. So when you put your frame on, it has this nice beveled edge. So it does look like a wooden frame once you guys get them assembled. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to put some score tape on these. Okay? And then it essentially is going to get glued down. But when you glue it down, it's a little bit different than your normal gluing. So we're not going to just glue it down flat. We're literally going to kind of take our thumbs and we are going to push it down in there, and that's going to cause it to bevel. Okay, so let me, we're going to open all your frames up. So open them all up. You got inky side up, and you're going to grab some score tape. 1/4 of an inch will work great. 3/8 of an inch will work. Whatever you're using, just make sure it covers this piece and it doesn't poke out. Because basically what we're doing is we're going to take it in there and we're not gluing it flat. We are going to shove it down into the corner, and that is going to build that curved edge. Is that cool or what? Okay, does everybody kind of understand that? Any questions? We doing good? Okay, I don't see any questions. So you're going to take your score tape, and we, like I said, we are inky side up. And you've got this guy that makes a little L shape. We are not putting the score tape there. We're going to put it on this smallest flap over here. So the smallest flap, you're going to put your score tape, and we are inky side up or textured side up. I like textured cardstock. I die cut this stuff for you guys out of Basil cardstock and then also out of My Colors cardstock. We carry both cardstocks. They are both great quality. Some of them are textured, some of them are smooth. Just depends on the color palette. And right now, it is hard to get some colors in some of them, and that's why we carry both vendors, because I think there's still that whole paper shortage thing, and we can't get all the colors we need. Okay, so your score tape is on, and that is your flat side up. Now, what I like to do is I like to build a little wing. I call them wings. It's basically something that you can grab with, because if I pull off and expose the adhesive on the whole thing, it is going to stick, and where I don't want it to stick. So we're going to just make that little wing so it gives you something to grip. You're going to take your piece and you're going to push it all the way back in that corner, and then you're going to lightly press and stick it there. And then what I do is I just work my way down it. And evidently it's going to be, and sorry, Coco's at home today too. I can't glue in the air. Sorry, guys. Oh, and Ken is watching us. Uh-oh, we do have a supervisor. Yes, Coco's at the front door watching everything. And you know what? I gotta go get my undo because it's stuck where I didn't want it to stick. This is the joy of crafting live. Oh wait, maybe I can gently pull it up. I'm going to put a little bit stronger score tape right at the edge, because that one I used was not very sticky. Mr. Valley, do you have your kit to craft along? He does not, he says. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I struggled with that one. Okay, so there is our first little beveled edge. You know what? I'm going to bend the cardstock a little bit because I think that might help curve it. That's what I was having a problem with, is that cardstock sticking. So I'm just going to bend it a little bit. Like I said, I'm not liking... Put the thinner score tape all the way up to the edge. Okay, we're gonna forward it. Hi Trisha, how are you doing? We are getting crafty today. We are doing the class from Sizzix with the Santa frame. Isn't it adorable? So we're showing everybody how to assemble and do those frames because I thought it was stinking cute. Okay, there's our next one. So see, I struggled a little less with that one. I'm finding that if you kind of work the cardstock a little bit, just kind of bend it, it will kind of give a little bit better on there. Oh, starting Maker Mania projects already. Oh my goodness. I can't even think. I can't wait to see what you come up with. You girls have fabulous ideas. Happy birthday. Okay, so then we're going to push that in again. Push it, and you want it to push so it is flush. Push it all the way to the corner. There we go. There's our next one. I just love how this curves. Happy, happy birthday. Happy sweet 21, right? 21. Okay, and then last one, you're just going to push. And by pushing it all the way to that crease, that is what's going to build that little hump in the frame. And once you put your frame together, it looks like it is a actual wooden frame. Actual wooden frame. This one, it turned out a little ugly, but you know what? We're going with it. We're winging it. Okay, then you have these pieces that are going to go in the corner. So this little thing that I called a tail, little handy candy cane kind of thing. He is just going to go right in the corner just like that. So you're going to build this all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid on this. The first time I did it, I did score tape, and I found it was hard to press it in there. So I'm going to use my Helmar 450 because, you know, it is flexible. And we're just going to put that guy in there. And if you want to, you could totally use, if you want to make sure it's squared, totally use your corners. If you've got your Crafter's Essential Layers, those are there so you can make sure it is squared. And we're just going to repeat it on each side and build this frame. And like I said, we do have one of this die set in stock right now. And we had some of you guys that were on the reserve list, the wait list. So we do have you guys all taken care of on that. So we're just building our frame, squaring it up. How's everybody doing? Are we doing good? I'm using my Helmar because it's wiggly. So this last one's a little tricky because we have to kind of complete the piece. So I'll just bend it a little bit. Sounds like Coco finally went and laid down. She has been supervising every step I take today. And every squirrel and leaf that has passed that front door, she is taken care of also. I want to make sure that one's good and dry before I force this last one. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? See some eyeballs. Okay, and then our last one, we kind of just have to, I'm going to work from the back side, and then we're just going to force it in. Trisha, did you do your Santa frame from the classes? Or is it still homework? You should grab it now and do it. Okay, so there is our frame. It is all nice and squared up. I think it ends up being a 8x8 frame, and this is the largest frame that this die set will do. It's a little under 8x8. Okay, how's everybody doing? Looking good? I get a little bit of hangover. Oh, don't you hate the hangover? We're going to snip that hangover. Don't you wish it was that easy? Whew, back in college I do. Okay, so now we're going to set our frame to the side and let it dry because that is done. That is all we had to do. The next thing you're going to dig out, because we have to wait for pieces to dry, is we're going to dig out these trees. You're going to have 2 dark green ones and 2 light green ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some snow to it. So on the supply list, I had to grab crystal paste. That is a product by Sizzix. If you don't have crystal paste, you can use stickles. You can use anything that Tim Holtz has, that grit paste, the snowy grit paste. Any of that will work. And basically what we're doing is we're going to use a palette knife and add some snow crystals to those treetops. Because with the scenes, you just have to have some winter frost on your trees. I'm going to punch out the little pieces really quick while we're doing that. That one's all punched out. That one is not. And like I said, this is Basil cardstock and My Colors cardstocks are the selections that we used for these. Oops. Okay, there's our green. And so this die set is this one right here. It is called Forest Shadows. It's $24.99. We are out of them right now, but if you want to get on the list, I will get them on order and they'll be here next week. They ship really quick. So this one has both trees on the set and the stars. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Yeah, absolutely. Crafter's Companion Puffy Snow, use that. That'll work too. Perfect. So there's the 2 sets of trees and then the stars on there. So you should have 2 green ones. You should have this. You should have 2 sets. You should have 2 dark green ones and 2 light green ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the frost and we're going to build them across our scene. So we're just going to kind of layer them in with each other. Okay? We're just going to take a palette knife and take whatever snow you have. And if you have it like the Crafter's Companion, which comes in a little squeezy bottle, then just use that because that'll be easier to apply it to. So we're going to take and we're going to apply just very randomly to those trees. As much or as little as you want. You can make it look like a blizzard. You can make it look like just a little fresh fallen snow. Whatever you want to do. But you're just going to add. Whoops. Mine's going to be a snowstorm because I got a little carried away there. But you're just going to add that on there. And then we're going to set this to the side and let it dry. And you don't have to heat set these or anything. We're just going to let it air dry. And we're just kind of kissing your trees. Okay? And then we'll just set that to the side. Put that there. And we're going to do the same thing to all of the trees. This is a really cool set. This was from the Christmas release, but I think this could be used for so many different things than Christmas. This could be a outdoorsy-man kind of scene. It could be a winter lodge. So you could make some really cool masculine cards. Put some deer on there. It could be hunting. It could be just an outdoorsy Father's Day card or a birthday card, or put a little cabin in the woods. I think it's very versatile to use these trees. And then you can do the inky backgrounds like a sunset, a night sky. There's a lot of different stuff that you could kind of do. So once you got your snow on to your liking, just kind of keep setting those to the side and letting them dry. Ooh, I'm looking at some of mine. I'm like, man, I got carried away. And like I said, Tim Holtz has some really cool from his Christmas release this year. There's one, I think, that's called Snowfall Grit Paste. And then there is a Sparkle Grit Paste that's pretty cool too. And they will all work the same way, just that we're doing this, just kind of adding snow to the edges. You can also, of course, use this through stencils, and it looks fabulous through those too. Okay, how's everybody doing? Got some snow on. Snowbanks. I'll give you a moment to kind of finish that up. Put my palette knife in the water because you don't want that stuff to dry on it. Put my lid. Oh, whoops! I pushed too hard. Don't be like Kourtney. Press gently. Man, I pressed so hard the whole lid glued down in there. And my lid won't go on. Okay, perfect. So we're letting the trees dry, not die. Sorry, guys. Woo, English today. English. Okay, got those on. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our background. So in your kit, grab out of your kit. We've now got the background. We're going to be doing that. This is on the Distress Watercolor cardstock. So I already cut these for you guys. You might have to cut it down a hair. I made them a little large just in case. Yeah, we're going to have to cut it down just a hair. I figured it was easier to make it too big and fit on your frame and then cut it down than it was to go the other route and it be too short. So I'm going to grab my trimmer and slice it down a little bit just to make sure that it's not peeking out behind my frame. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off on each side. And like I said, this is Distress Watercolor cardstock from Tim Holtz. This is the Ranger line. Comes in 8.5 by 11 sheets. And there are 10 in a pack. Okay, we are good now. Everything's going to be hidden behind the frame. Okay. All right, so then we're going to take our ink pads. We're going to do some ink blending. I grabbed Salty Ocean, Faded Jeans, Villainous Potion. Grab whatever you have. 2 shades of blue, a shade of purple. Grab those and we're going to do some ink blending. And then I'm just using my blending brushes. I love these guys for my oxide inks. So we're just going to go in with those. So I'm going to start with the Villainous Potion first. And I like to do things in like threes. So I'm going to put some purple up here. I'm going to put some purple over here. And I'm a very heavy inker. I don't know if you guys are, if you go light or dark, but I'm a heavy inker. So I apply a lot of ink when I put mine on. And I usually do it in 2 rounds. So I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So we're just putting our Villainous Potion on. So we've got purple. The nice thing about the oxides is they kind of spread out and blend out and smooth as they dry. They are water reactive, so we're going to kind of play with that feature here in a moment too. So there's Villainous Potion. Then I have 2 blues, a light blue and a darker blue. I'm doing Salty Ocean and then also Faded Jeans. So I'm going to go in with my light blue. And I'm just going to go in and kind of kiss it in areas where the purple is. And I'm overlapping that purple to blend it in. Overlapping your colors to kind of keep them blending. Okay, I like what we got there. So now I'm going to go in with my darker blue, which is Faded Jeans. Faded Jeans. And we're going to go in here and just blend those darker. And And this is where I need I usually use my packing tape or a Post-it note to not get fingerprints on my stuff to hold my paper down. So I'm just going to use a scrap piece of paper to kind of hold my paper down so I don't get fingerprints all over everything. Because these inks do stay wet for a while and they will kind of smear with your fingers. And then I leave fingerprints on like everything. Okay, so now I kind of got my colors down. Now it, to me, looks blotchy. I want to go in now and blend everything out so it blends well and it doesn't look blotchy. So I'm going to go over everything again with another layer of the same colors, and this time overlapping and kind of blending it out. And this is going to smooth the colors. So I'm over exaggerating the area that I originally had the purple. So it is just blending those colors to kind of even them out. I love ink blending. There's really no right or wrong. It's as much or as little as you want to do. Like I said, am a heavy inker. I apply a lot of ink, but I find that gives me more variation and darker looks when I go back in with my inky techniques. Okay, so now I'm going in with Salty Ocean, just kind of going over the top of everything to kind of blend those colors. Kind of acting like it's a top coat almost. I'm just blending over everything because this is my lightest blue. And then I'm going to go back in with my Faded Jeans and just add a little bit more dark blue over that light blue. I just like to work the inks. Work the inks. Okay, that is our inking. There's all of our inking, so I can put the blendy tools out of the way. I am going to clean this ink off of my mat really quick so I don't transfer it to something else. And I'm just using water. And where'd my rag go? I'll use paper towel because I don't know where my rag went. I think it's on the floor underneath me. I love this mat. It cleans up so nice. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the outside edge with black because I think black just kind of gives it that final touch, that final look, and to me either a browned edge or a black edge keeps the eye from wandering past the edge. Kind of stops the eye. And we're doing a night sky here, so I kind of want it nice and dark, just so we have that little bit of night sky. And this is just black soot. This is also oxide ink. I like the oxide inks for these techniques and blending because they're smoother and creamier, and I think they're easier to apply and blend out. If you have distress inks, by all means, use your distress inks, but I know some people struggle with the colors not blending evenly, and it's just the nature of that ink. Okay, there we go. There is our background for our midnight sky. So again, I'm going to move my inks out of the way, clean the black off my mat so I don't get black on everything. And we're kind of done with creating our background now. And the inks clean up so nice since they are a dye-based. They are a water-based ink. All right. I hope you guys are really enjoying this little create along that we did. And hopefully everybody purchased a kit so you can create along with us. If you guys enjoy this kind of thing, I'll look at some more kind of quickie classes or quickie little 1 hour things. I know our crafty hours have been very popular and everybody's enjoying those with the card making. So make sure to join in and do those too. The crafty hours have been a blast. But this is kind of something different and it's just a little create along. Okay. Looking to see, looks like my snow is still wet. Okay, so we're going to bring back in our panel and we're going to add a little bit of snow. So in the background, you can kind of see these splats. These splats are water. So this ink is reactive. I'm just going to, whoops, that was a lot. Spritz water in my hand and I'm just going to take and flick it. Let me get that one off. Whew, that was like a snowstorm. And what it's going to do is that ink is going to reactivate. I'm going to hide that behind a tree. We'll never see it. The ink is going to activate wherever that water hits. So you're just going to spritz it with a little bit of water, take a paper towel and roll over it, and it is going to pull that ink up. It's going to pull the ink up. So it's going to give you kind of that cool, snowy background. I want a little bit more. Whoop. You can never get it to go where you want it to go. I want a little bit more in the corner. The mat I'm working on, I have my glass mat underneath me, my magnetic glass mat from Squirrel and Vine, the LDRS one. And then on top of it, I have the Tim Holtz sticky mat. So this is the one that has those nice edges on it, and it is sticky, and I stuck it down to my glass mat. So it gives me a really nice surface. And we do have these grip mats in stock. It's the Tim Holtz ones. I don't know if Ken's on, that he can throw some links up in for us. On those. Okay, next thing, that should be dry. We're going to take our frame and we're going to glue it down. When we glue our frame down, you're going to put glue on the outer edge on the bottom. On the top, it really doesn't matter, but on the bottom, you're going to do it on the outer edge because we need to go in and tuck our trees behind. And if you glue it all the way up, you won't be able to tucky your trees. So just kind of apply your glue to the outer edge on the bottom. It doesn't matter on the top and on the sides. It just does on the bottom. Oh, there we go. Ken's putting the links up for you guys. That's the Tim Holtz Media Mat. Thank you, dear. And it's a good size. It is, well, it's the size of this glass mat. So maybe 22 by, maybe 24 by 14, 12. Okay. Then you're going to glue your frame down to your watercolor cardstock. And like I said, the watercolor cardstock is the Distress cardstock from Ranger. There's 10 sheets in a pack, and it's 8.5 by 11. Okay, so there we have our frame. The next thing you need to grab from your kit is going to be the moon. I love this moon. Here we're using it as a moon for a winter scene. But this moon actually is from, let me grab it, the Halloween set. This one is called Moonlight. It has the bats and stuff in it, but it is the Halloween set. So I pre-die cut those out for you guys out of 2 different shades of yellow. I want to do texture. You can do texture side up, texture side down, kind of whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to do textured side down. That textured side was a little busy for me. And then I am going to ink the edges of this with that vintage photo. It's just going to give it a little something. Moons aren't ever perfect all the way around with the same color. So I'm just going to go, whoop, I got a dirty moon there. I'm going to go in with my vintage photo and just kind of add a little bit of color. Okay, and then we're going to glue this guy down flat. So he gets glued flat. And you kind of have to whirl him around a little bit to find where his mate is, or where his match is. And I'm just using my Nuvo glue, my liquid glue. And hopefully all of you guys grabbed some of those Nuvo glues during our anniversary sale that we had going on of those. They're only $4 for a 2-ounce bottle, and they're normally $6.50. So great, great deal on those. I did a very poor job of lining that up, so I'm going to take my scissors and again snip the hangover. But we will never know because we won't see the back side of it. I did a very bad job of lining that up. Whew, I'll blame it on my eyes. And then let me just re-ink where I cut. Okay, then we're going to place our moon on here, and it gets glued flat. I'm going to go right like that. Okay. So there is our little moon. Okay, next up, we are going to apply Santa. So in your kit, you're going to have a couple black pieces. So you're going to have Santa and his sleigh. You're going to have a, let me pull that off. Oops, maybe it didn't cut all the way. Let me snip this with my scissors. You're going to have 2 loose reindeer, and then you're going to have the set of reindeer that are connected on a, what do you call them, a stringer? I'm going to go with that. Okay, so your 2 loose reindeer, we are going to pop them. So we're going to get out some little pop dots, and I really like these itty bitty ones because this is itty bitty that we're working with from Scrapbook Adhesive. This is 3L. We carry these. They come in white. These are the micro dots. They come in white and black, and there are a ton on a sheet of these. And I probably should have used black, but I didn't think about it, so I didn't grab my black ones. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got about 11 minutes. I think we're going to be perfect. Here. Okay, so then we're just going to peel those off, and these reindeer are going to line up with the second. It's going to line up with the reindeer in the back. The reindeer in the back. And like I said, if anybody wants to order any of these dies, pre-order them. We do have the frame die in stock now. We have 1 of those left. I think we're down to our last one. And then the other 3 dies, we're going to place an order tonight. So if you want those, let us know and we'll get you added to our order. Oh, and I didn't show you the die set. Let me show you the die set for Santa, because Santa, and he has a rooftop on his die set too. Okay, so there's the reindeer all connected. So the set we're using here is called Reindeer Sleigh. So it's got the reindeer with the sleigh, and then it also has a cute little frosty rooftop. So we're going to pop both of these. We're going to pop Santa in a sleigh, and we're going to pop the reindeer too. So I'm going to go ahead and put pop dots on the back of them. And I'm not worrying about gluing them together right now. I'm going to use my little bit bigger pop dots because it will be faster. This is why I love multiple sizes of pop dots. And then these guys, I do want to put one behind a head. I'm just going to snip those to cut one in half so it's skinny. Flip it over, give it a squish test. Ooh, we need something at the end of that sleigh. Okay, everybody passes the mush test. And then when we put our sleigh on here, we kind of want our sleigh down here. And we want our reindeers kind of going up. And you want to make sure it looks like Santa is holding the reins. Grab my tweezers. It's just so much easier to work with. Oops, there's the reins. I'm like, where are my reins? So I think Santa will be good right there. And then let's pull the pops off the reindeer. I position my camera on the left instead of the right, so it has thrown it off from my normal viewing. Okay, there's your reindeer kind of going up. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. Reminds me of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at the end when Eddie blows up the sewer, or I guess it's Grandpa. Blows up the sewer and the reindeer go flying. Yeah, that reminds me of that. Okay, so now we're going to take our trees, and like I said, we are tucking these. So we're going to tuck them in behind our frame. If you want to snip, I'm going to snip some off on mine, on your trees to kind of make them tuck in behind. Go ahead and snip them a little bit if you feel like you need to snip some branches. And then I'm just going to put glue on the bottom portion of it. And I'm not going all the way down because our green ones, our other green ones, will kind of layer in there. So we don't want to go all the way down. And then same thing on this. I'm going to snip that. So I can tuck my trees over here. Oops, I put the glitter on my tree backwards. My tree should be going like this. I decorated the wrong side. That's okay. We're going with it. It'll just cover Santa up a little bit, but maybe I can fit it behind Santa. Nope, I don't like that. It'll just cover Santa up a little bit. It's okay, he's flying. And then our next green trees, we're going to kind of work those in also. I'm going to chop them right here. So I'm just going to chop that portion off. I don't want it. And then that way, I can variegate the trees. And if you feel like some of the guys are poking up and you want them to be down, put a little adhesive on the back side of them. That'll be fine. Okay, and then our last set of trees here. How do I want to do that? I kind of like this little skinny guy there. So I'm going to cut this guy off here. I like that little skinny guy. I think I'm going to put him there. And then I think I want to go in behind him. Ooh, just like that. I'm going to layer him in behind like that. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever you want to do. So now that I did that, I'm just going to take my glue and sneak it in behind here. Because I already slid him in where I want him. Now we're just going to glue him in so he stays in place. Ooh, look at that. I got 3 minutes. Man, we did great. We did great with our little create along. All right, and there we have it. That is our first little mini project that we did, our little create along. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned some techniques. I hope you grabbed a kit and created along with me. Like I said, some of you might be waiting on your kit still because there's some other orders or items we're waiting for to come back in stock. We will try to get all those shipped out tomorrow. That way you guys can watch on the replay and create along on those. And it's just a cute, adorable little frame. It's going to make a great little home decor piece that you can put out with the rest of your Christmas items, or you can give it as a gift. And it looks like it is a real frame. So you could do these with all kinds of different holidays and kind of dress them up and dress them down. So thank you guys for joining me today at 2. Make sure to tune in tomorrow at 2 for what's new at 2. We've got some new products that we are checking in. And we will have some more anniversary deals going on tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we hope that you will come join us in store from 10 to 2. We will be doing demos of the Better Press system. I think I'm going to try to do a little make and take with a cute little miniature kind of candy little treat box. And we're going to have drawings. We've got some grand prize drawings from items that some vendors donated to us very generously. We've got a class. So a lot of you guys were asking about the alcohol inks, the alcohol flowers that I was creating with. I think we're going to do a class with those too. So I'm going to give away a spot to one of those classes with the full kit of all the alcohol inks and stuff that you need. So we hope to see you in store. We're celebrating 18 years. Cannot believe it. And we will also have store-wide savings going on Saturday in store. So thank you so much. We hope to see you tomorrow. And if not, see you on Saturday. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.